East Coast Breakfast.
We spoke to virologist and bioinformatician Professor Tulio De Oliveira at least once a week for 2 years. And then he made it onto the Time 100 Most Influential People. Now, Time has a separate section called the Time 100 Health 2024 list. And of course, Professor Tulio De Oliveira has made Time Magazine's 100 Health 2024. Professor Tulio De Oliveira, welcome, Professor!
Professori!
Good morning, Darren, and good morning to all your listeners.
Congratulations on making Time Magazine's 100 Health 2024 list, the top 100 most influential people of health on the planet. What does it mean? Surely it means something to be recognized like this.
Okay, thank you, Darren. Yeah, it means a lot, but one thing that especially means is that Time also released the list of the most influential people in 2024, which I was listing 2022. And who was there was the captain of the Springbok, Siya Kolisi. So now I feel that I am in the same team as him. And that is and that's very exciting to have to be in the same team as Siya Kolisi. But on the health it's special. Also in that second list, because it was very few people that made from the global south. So from South Africa I was the only one listed, but we have some fantastic scientists. I think that we should have more people listed. I will complain to Time about that.
Thank you.
And also what is important is that we were listed not for what we did in the pandemic, but for what we are doing after that, how we pivot again, to help to respond to some of the most pressing diseases in South Africa and Africa. And it's great to see that our team, which is based at UKZN and at Stellenbosch University, could, despite the success of the pandemic, put oneself together and move back to respond to the other big global epidemics, both in South Africa and in Africa.
Prof, I have a question. You obviously mentioned Siya Kolisi, and who doesn't want to be in a list with Siya Kolisi? Are there any other scientists or just generally people on that list that have stand out for you and that you really want to mention?
Yes, of course. So one that we are also proud is the other African in the list. Her name is Hadiza Shebu Galadansi. Many of you may have never heard of her. But what Hadiza did, she developed these really simple interventions to stop bleeding on woman delivering baby that was implemented first in Nigeria and became like the main standard in Africa, and that have saved millions of lives of babies in Africa. So it's fantastic to see the other African in the list from Nigeria doing that. And then you have other people that also make a difference. So, for example, I am here in Denmark at the moment, and one of the person that did the list is Dr. Lars, and he's the CEO of the Novo Nordisk Foundation. And why he made the list, Lars Johansson, is because they developed that injection that allow people to lose weight healthily. I don't know if you have heard. It's a big blockbuster injection that you
one that Oprah was talking about. Ozempic.
Exactly.
Oh wow. Okay. He's on the list.
Wow.
Prof, just quickly, right, on this list, I know you, because you seem to be on every list and winning all the awards. You can't win a Grammy for obvious reasons. What's the one award you still want to win in your field or in just
Okay, so scientists, there are many awards. I think that the one that I'm most proud is the ones that we get as a team awards. We have received multiple awards as a team. The individual awards, they of course they are very welcome and they help to increase the profile. But one of the things is like how to recognize the teams, because imagine the research that I do, I couldn't do alone. We have a whole team of scientists in Durban, in Stellenbosch, around the world, multiple African countries. So we have received a few awards for the team. So, for example, last year we received the Best Educator Awards in Africa for the team that was given by President Thabo Mbeki. And we also received what they call the Oscars of Science in South Africa. That was also given to the teams, by our team, by the NRF. So that's what excites us most than the individual awards, is the awards that recognize that to have an impact, you need a large team behind you.
Professor, I'm sure all of those people in that team will echo my sentiment that it also takes a good leader. For each of those teams, your team at CRISP, at UKZN, or in Stellenbosch, or even the people up in Denmark where you're working right now. So how well did South Africa do in handling the pandemic, comparatively speaking?
That's kind of a complex question, because it has many facets. I think that we had very positives. The positives is that, especially during the Omicron wave, that we handle extremely well. We identify very early the variant, we could prepare the hospitals, and we end up with almost no deaths, which in certain countries, the Omicron wave was the most deadly. The first two waves, especially the Beta, was terrible, was really terrible, especially because that time we didn't have no access to vaccines, and it affected a lot of people. I lost many good friends in Durban, during that wave, and that was quite extreme. On the kind of lockdowns that we handle very well. We had that very extreme in the beginning. You remember some of the rules were quite ridiculous, like you don't get like slops or chicken. I don't know why.
I couldn't buy socks.
But after that we handle very well. Because, for example, in the UK and other countries, they went for multiple extreme lockdowns, and we had one extreme, and then everyone kind of have enough, and then after our lockdowns were quite light. So in general, South Africa handled very well, but unfortunately we still had a lot of deaths, especially in the first two waves.
Prof, I think the question everyone is asking now, because we are all getting sick, and it's some people that's still saying, I don't have taste. Is COVID still around?
Okay, yes. That's a very important question, because we are just entering our winter wave of infectious diseases, which is just start, and many people will notice that in the last few weeks, one got kind of a cold or flu. At the moment, yes, COVID is still around, but the population immunity in South Africa is very high. What it means that multiple people had multiple infection, and who with advanced age has multiple vaccinations. So we don't expect anyone to get very sick from that current lineage that is circulating. So it's almost becoming as a kind of other coronavirus, a little bit like a cold. But the one that we worry a little bit is the flu wave that is starting. And because you have it has been strong in other countries, and you have that H5N1, so that is that avian strain that's starting to affect a lot of mammalians in the US. Both cows and cats and dogs. And that one has the potential to mutate to become like of pandemic potential, but we are very far from that. So my advice, it is who is interested, especially people with advanced age, to go get the flu vaccination, which is widely available, because at the moment it's better to be prepared than to get sick.
East Coast Breakfast.